Please welcome to the stage Thread Capital Loan Officer Jaleisha Richmond and Rural Center Board Member and Thread Capital Board Chair Sarah Thompson.
Good morning. I'm Jaleisha Richmond, a loan officer with Thread Capital. At the Rural Center and Thread Capital, we know that innovative entrepreneurs are the heart of a thriving rural community. So each year, Thread Capital recognizes an entrepreneur who is contributing to not only their success as their business, but also the success of their entire community. This award recognizes an entrepreneur who is making a significant impact on their local economy through job creation, sales, revenue generation. This individual serves as a mentor to other entrepreneurs, takes leadership in their community. The entrepreneur must also have a business, be located in the 80 rural counties of North Carolina, generate revenue, and demonstrate growth and long-term potential. The nominees should have made significant impact in their local communities through job creation, sales, and increased overall economic vitality. Here to help me with presenting this award is Sarah Thompson. Sarah is the Executive Director of the Southwest Commission, a board member of the Rural Center, and the board chair of Thread Capital.
Thank you, Jaleisha. I have the pleasure of welcoming to the stage the two recipients of the Rural Entrepreneur of the Year Award, Donald Brown and Jalen Brower. Come on up. So I have a lot of notes to read, but these are really cool stories, so listen up. Donald and Jalen are both natives of Ramseur, located in Randolph County, North Carolina, and both have returned to their hometowns to do important, innovative work. Don Brown is the founder and owner of the Fit District, a community gym located in Don's hometown of Ramseur. Prior to the Fit District, the closest gym was 15 miles away. The Fit District is a fitness and health center as well as a convening place for the community. In addition to providing gym equipment, athletic training, and nutrition services, the Fit District hosts after-hours work events for networking, self-love classes for teaching people how to help each other grow, and silver sneakers sessions for community members aged 65 and over. Don is also a member of the Asheboro Chamber of Commerce. Don has been an active member in the Greater Triad community even prior to opening the Fit District. He received Community and Schools Awards 2 years in a row for his work helping elementary school children in High Point learn how to read and write. He also helps teach entrepreneurship to inmates, to entrepreneurs classes, of which he is a graduate. Brown is particularly focused on helping youth and seniors and developing more programs at the Fit District with this goal. As an underprivileged youth, Jalen Brower used sports as a vessel to invest in his community of Ramseur. After graduating from Eastern Randolph High School, Jalen pursued his education and the opportunity to play football at Western Carolina University. When Jalen returned to Randolph County, he opened Ramseur Proud Fitness and Nutrition with a mission to educate and advocate his community's physical, mental, and financial health. After connecting with Don Brown, the nutrition store expanded into the Fit District. Jalen now works statewide to advocate for youth health education initiatives that focus on mental, physical, and financial health, as well as helps kids realize their dreams through his company, Peak Performance. In all of the work that Jalen does, his primary focus is to deliver resources to youth in underserved areas and to provide equal access to success. Donald and Jalen have been nominated for the work they've done individually and together. Their nomination stated that their dynamic personalities matched with their communal vision has been a breath of fresh air for our town. They are bright spots in our community that has helped to create a movement of hope in Main Street and beyond. For overcoming obstacles while maintaining an entrepreneurial spirit, for engaging both youth and senior citizens in health and well-being, and for creating businesses that inspire the entire community. We are pleased to award both Jalen Brower and Donald Brown as Rural Entrepreneurs of the Year.
Good morning, everyone. Wow, this is pretty amazing. Never seen this coming, and it's taken a while to get to where I'm at. But they asked us to give a speech to what a mentor was, what inspires us. Well, to me, life is what inspires me, and I say that because I've been given a second chance. At the age of 25, I was convicted for a conspiracy to distribute heroin and cocaine and did 10 years in federal prison. Upon release, applying for jobs, I was turned down numerous times due to that situation. And I was hired by mistake by one company just because I went in just in the best way I could, and they accepted me and hired me and then wanted to get rid of me after the fact. So being knocked down and backwards time and time again, but I decided that wasn't going to stop me. So I decided to open my own company, which was a limo and valet company at one time. And that, what I had did is I learned that from things that I had done while I was incarcerated. But what I did learn is that business closed due to, I've learned now you got to pay taxes. That's what get that business to close. So I went back to others until I got laid off due to a background again. And then that's when I met Jalen. I decided I was going to open my own business. He happened to be on the news, and I met him and went and met him. And I also learned at that same time about MH to Entrepreneurs. So we worked together to open up a gym in our rural community. It was the first gym ever to be opening. And I also took a class of MH to Entrepreneurs, which was an 8 weeks free class. After graduating from that in our hometown, that's when we did the first community gym. It seems like the community was behind us. They stood behind us and worked with us through that in that small rural town. Now that I've started an own company, it gives me the opportunity for lifting others and helping my community. I want to make an impact in the community I grew up in and strengthen my own life by improving the lives of others. My community gym gives me the opportunity to listen, learn from the community what it wants and what it needs. Living my testimony is what inspires me. Now that's inspiring.
Good morning, everyone. Hey, let's start off by giving a hand to the Rural Center. This is absolutely amazing, right? So you're looking at someone who 18 months ago didn't know where I was going to sleep or where my next meal was coming from. So to be on this stage today and to be able to stay in a VIP room in a Hilton, right? You need the card to even get up there on the elevator, right? I didn't know that until last night. I was like, what? But definitely, this is a huge opportunity and this is a huge blessing. And this is a testament to the love, the compassion, the sacrifices, and all the time that we've put into our rural community. This opportunity right now is really awesome. Ramseur and Randolph County in general is just one of those areas that just needs a little love and just needs some people to come in, like the people who are here representing our county today, that just want to come in and reinvest into our community. So I want to talk about the power of investment with this platform. Investing isn't investing money. Investing is investing your time, your effort, and your love into what you want to do and to really make an impact on someone else's life, right? So I am so able to be and privileged to be able to say that I am a representative of all of the underprivileged and under-resourced youth in rural America and in rural North Carolina. So I don't have enough time to tell you guys my full story, but came from a very poverty-stricken situation. Was raised by both of my grandparents. I've never met my father. My mother did not raise me. I used sports as a vessel to invest in my community and myself because I seen the camaraderie and the joy that it brought in my community. Football is what brings us together. I was able to pursue football at Western Carolina and I honestly just used Go Cats. Go Cats, yes. I was able to use football as a vessel just to get away and get a fresh start. And when I got to college, I seen how under-resourced I really was. I was not prepared for anything at the collegiate level. I thought that my books were included in my financial aid. So I worked full-time at Dollar Tree. I played football, and it still wasn't enough. I ended up selling marijuana in college and was convicted as a felon for possession of marijuana charge and sent home. My dreams were over. When I came home, I wasn't able to get a job. I remember applying at Cookout, and they told me they couldn't hire me because of my background. I couldn't flip burgers. So I got started in fitness. I just wanted to do what I loved because it gave me opportunity to reach back to other kids to make sure they didn't have to go through what I was currently going through. And with that platform, I was able to reach so many children at such a broad scale because they could directly relate to what we were going through. And I say that to say this. Everyone in here in this room right now are leaders in our development. But what do we have to do to give that 1% more, just that little extra step to make sure we go above and beyond what our traditional duties are in our community? So I am so grateful and so privileged to be here today, and I thank everyone who's putting a hand into our communities. Everyone in this room has given me an opportunity without knowing to be standing here today. So I thank you guys.
Awesome stories. So I had a last-minute addition to announce some exciting news for the Rural Center that's being announced today, but I'm going to go off script for just a minute to say how lucky are we to have the North Carolina Rural Center working for our rural communities. Yeah. Whether you come to them through a leadership program or a loan program or any way that you enter into the Rural Center, you're there to stay as family. So I know a bunch of them are over there, but would all the staff of the Rural Center stand up and be recognized for a moment, please? And Thread Capital. And also, Jonathan Brereton, the executive director of Thread Capital, it's his birthday today. So happy birthday, Jonathan. Okay, so now that we've named Jalen Brower and Donald Brown as Rural Entrepreneurs of the Year, I'd like to take one more moment to make a special announcement on behalf of the Rural Center and Thread Capital. Entrepreneurs and small business owners are the backbone of our state's economy, from small towns and rural communities to tech hubs in the RTP and our metro regions. I've personally seen the ability of a few determined entrepreneurs to change the face of my small town, Sylvan, North Carolina. Unfortunately, we've seen a decline in the impacts of entrepreneurship over the last 20 years. Research the Rural Center and Thread Capital released earlier this year shows this trend is even more challenging in rural communities. Between 2005 and 2015, there was a 7% decline in very small business establishments in rural North Carolina. Compare that 7% decline in rural areas to a 9% gain in urban areas over the same time period. We need to take bold collaborative action in order to address this issue head-on. If you didn't know, this is Global Entrepreneurship Week, and it is fitting that today we are able to announce that we have entered into a new collaboration with the Kauffman Foundation and over 100 entrepreneurship advocacy groups nationwide. Today, the Rural Center and Thread Capital are joining a coalition called Start Us Up and signing onto a policy initiative called America's New Business Plan to provide policymakers at the local, state, and federal level a bipartisan roadmap for reducing barriers to entrepreneurship and spurring more startups across the country to create new jobs as a potential recession looms. America's New Business Plan outlines 4 categories of support that are needed, yet often denied to or don't exist for rural entrepreneurs, especially women and people of color. Those 4 categories are, number 1, opportunity, a level playing field and less red tape. Number 2, funding, equal access to the right kind of capital everywhere. Number 3, knowledge, the know-how to start a business. And number 4, support, the ability for all to take risks. The plan outlines a mix of straightforward steps alongside more ambitious things policymakers can do to strengthen access to entrepreneurship. You'll be hearing more from us in the coming weeks about how to get involved and what you can do to support entrepreneurs in your communities and across the state. If you can't wait, visit startusupnow.org to learn more. And thank you to all the Rural Center staff for making this opportunity possible for us to continue to do great work. Thank you.